Good evening, everyone, and welcome to FTBSports. Today, we're talking about the Manchester United versus Newcastle preview show, and we're joined with an exclusive guest today, Stratford Post. Welcome to FTBSports.
Hi, what's going on? You're good.
Thank you, as always. Also, as always, Mr. B and Amonde, gentlemen, we're back again after night before. So let's go straight in and get to know Mr. Stratford Post a little bit better than what we're doing. So welcome to FTB Sports. Can you just tell us a little bit about yourself? Obviously, you're trying to do the same thing what we're doing at the moment. You've been in the game for a little bit longer than us. Any sort of tips you can tell us or anything like that?
I think just try not to be too generic. Don't go with the flow. Don't just have this fluffy cloud mentality where everything is rosy in the garden. Tell the truth, and that's it. That's what I say. Tell the truth, and people will listen. But if people don't want to listen, it's up to them. But that's what I do. I tell the truth. Sometimes it hurts a lot of people, but what can you do? You have to just tell it as it is.
Excellent. Yeah, I think, to be honest with you, some of us are like that. I think me and you share the same thing. I think on Monday, Mr. B on the fence a bit, where obviously our beloved club, it's I don't believe in the manager. So guys, let's kick off first things first. Mr. B's gone. He doesn't want any part to do with us. So let's talk. Yeah, you're good. Yeah. Let's talk about the lineup for tomorrow now. We'll go through the whole team first, and then we'll say yes or no. We'll think if there's going to be any changes, any injury, or anything like that whatsoever. So let's go with De Gea back in goal. Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, Bailly to keep his place. Luke Shaw, Juninho, or whatever Brazilian name you want to call him, but he's only a Brazilian at left back. Best left back in the country. If he was Brazilian or something like that, everyone would be raving about him. We got Fred. We got Scotty. There's injury doubts about him, but I've put him in the team for today because I think no matter what happened, he could be frigging on crutches. He will be starting anyway. Greenwood on the right-hand side. I'll then go with Rashford on the left, Bruno Fernandes and Martial because Cavani is out injured as far as I know. Let's start with Stratford Post. Any changes there whatsoever? What's your thought process on this squad Manchester United got? Do you believe this squad is capable under Ole or another manager to win the league?
Personally, I think we've got the players to do better than what we're doing to challenge. I think we have. I think it's a myth to say that we don't. A lot of people think we don't have the players. I think we do. I think from back to front, we got a very, very, very good squad. I just think we ain't utilising the squad the way we should. We've got some of the best youngsters in the country. We've got to start using them. I feel like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is a bit too cautious in his tactics. And I feel like that's why we're not where we want to be. We're more concentrating on not losing than winning. And that's the problem I have with Solskjaer at the moment. But I do feel that we could do better. I do feel that we ain't got much difference between us and Man City in regards to personnel. Their squad's a little bit bigger, but I feel like we should be closer to them than we are, to be honest.
Excellent. So with going on, touching on that now, let's go to Mr. B. Do you agree with Stratford Post there, Mr. B?
No.
No. I'm not Ollie in. I'm not Ollie out. I get vexed with him when we lose, and it's his fault. And I love him when we win. But my thing really is I love the club. So whoever they've employed, bar Jose, I don't have an issue with them. Who they have at the club, I'll support them till they're sacked. My opinion doesn't count, although I do voice it quite often. But yeah, I'm not Ollie in. I'm not Ollie out. He is. I do agree that he is tactically inept. I do believe there's a lot of things that he could do in game. I do believe, yes, that he is, especially when he plays Scott and Fred. I do believe that that's a very negative start. But when Pogba was fit, Pogba was playing. So I think he's learned. We just don't have that other player of obviously Pogba's ilk, where we do, but he won't play him. Of that ilk, who could do maybe the same role as in the long passing from the back over, seeing the deeper pass. So I think he's learned, but we don't have the players to play it, maybe.
Yeah, okay. And then on Monday, let's pass it on to you.
So we're talking about Ollie, whether we rate Ollie. Yeah. I'm Ollie out. I agree with Stretford Post totally. I keep saying it week after week. The points we've dropped at Sheffield United, Everton, and West Bromwich?
Yeah.
We should be up Palace. Crystal Palace. All these games, if we would have taken the 3 points, we would be right up there right now. And I said it a few weeks ago, we are title contenders. We're in the race. But these results and just highlight how far Ollie's taken us and why he can't go to that next stage, because he's lacking in that sort of area of like tactical nous and in-game management and that kind of thing where he can change a game. I don't see it from him. And like you say, with the lineup, he's bringing in with the Fred and McTominay. I don't think Fred should be playing. He needs to play a bit more an offensive midfielder in that role, say Donny van de Beek, and to bring him in so we got more ball retention in their half where we can break down teams who are pretty solid, that kind of thing. So I agree with some of the points you're making up there, Stretford.
Okay, so let's go to Stratford again. Let's go to about the lineup. The lineup I've just given you. Do you see any changes in it at all? Is there any player you'd prefer to see in this lineup?
We all know this lineup that Ollie's going to play. He's going to drop Bay and bring in Lindelof, and he's going to play. It's going to be Lindelof and Maguire at the back, 100%. And even though that just helps, it just slows our game down. We don't push forward enough because from the back we're sitting too deep. Bay brings the ball out a little bit more. We've got more pace. I think he's going to bring it back in Shaw. I think Shaw has been a fantastic performer this season. One of the best left backs in Europe at the moment, I think. Telles, I wouldn't put Telles. Telles only plays well if he's got Cavani, because of his crosses and stuff like that. But I'll play Luke Shaw. Obviously, Wan-Bissaka.
Is that me?
Yeah, I mean, I would change the centre midfield. I would bring it, obviously, Van der Beek. I would love to see Van der Beek in the centre midfield. Alongside McTominay or Fred or Matic. One of them, just the double pivot. It's just a double pivot every week. As when I dread it when I look at the team that's double pivot. And, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, we play our best games this season is when we've been playing attacking on the front foot. When we had to come back against Southampton and teams like that. When we're playing on the front foot, we look good. But it's just, and we're not good at defending. So why don't we just play attacking and go? I'm fed up with seeing this double pivot, Fred and McTominay pass sideways, backwards. That merchant, passion merchant, whatever you want to call it. I just don't think it's going to win you titles. I don't think it's going to win you trophies, and when it comes to semi-finals, that's when he gets thrown up, so to speak.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Let's go to, obviously, a couple of players I'm going to say and ask Stratford Post, have come in for quite a lot of criticism. Obviously, we got Fred, we got Martial, and what do you think of a lot of United fan base, for some reason, doesn't love Bruno the way Bruno should be loved?
I don't know. I ain't got a clue. He's the best attacking midfielder in Europe. I don't know. What do we want? What do we want? That's the problem with some of our fan base. Some of our fan base are really, they've got cults. We've got cults within our fan base. And I think some of them we got Martial FC, we got, Pogba FC, we got McTominay FC. And I just feel like without Bruno, Ole would be gone a long time ago.
We'll be done. Thank you.
He'd be gone. He'd be, where would we be without Bruno right now? He changed his games. He changed the game yesterday, and, he's been changing games for us throughout the 2 years. My only worry is he's going to leave. His body language tells me that he's not happy. He just thinks, oh, come on, I'm here to win trophies with Man United. And he should be captain too, not Maguire.
Yep. For me, again, I don't know. We talk all the time on here as well, and I always say as well, I don't really and truly always want to look at other clubs and other teams. We're Manchester United. We're the biggest club in world football. At the end of the day, we should be going out there challenging for titles, challenge for every single trophy we put our name in, and getting to at least the semi-finals to the final. Not just sort of relying on this top four thing now, or top four. We've become Arsenal, but I don't want to compare to Arsenal.
Oh, God.
But that's the thing with it right now. Fans are buying into the Glazer, buying into Ole philosophy. I'm not buying into any of it whatsoever. I'm a Man United fan. Like I said earlier, I've been supporting them since 1985. For me, I've been through the dark days when we weren't doing nothing in 85, 86, 87. Now, for me, we've done well. We're spoiled under Alex Ferguson, but at the same time, since he left in 2013, yes, we won a few trophies, but I didn't really celebrate them trophies because we're nowhere near the title. I want the league. I want Champions League. We talked yesterday about the music, Champions League music. It gives me goose pimples when I hear it. This little Thursday night cup thing don't give me nothing. Gives me absolute nothing. No joy, nothing.
What do they call it? The Emedal Cup, then they call it.
Oh
no. Yeah.
So
it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing, mate. It's embarrassing. And at least Arsenal won a trophy last season. At least Arteta won a trophy.
Yeah.
I mean, at least he's won something. Ole can't look back at that and say, "I won a trophy."
100%.
That's the thing. At least I know we need to challenge for the Champions League and the league title, but we're not going to win the league. I don't think we're going to win the league under Ole. I don't think so. I don't think we're ever going to win the league under Ole. If we give him 500 million, we're not going to win the league. People say, "Oh, we're going to sign a defender, and then he's not going to play the double pivot. He's going to play Pogba, then he's going to play Matic, and blah blah blah." He'll still play the double pivot. He's still playing the double pivot. He's a very cautious manager, and I wouldn't say back in his playing days, he was happy to sit on the bench. I know we were the best team in Europe at the time, but he was happy to sit on the bench for a lot of his career.
Yeah.
He could have went anywhere.
Yeah.
I remember him, Real Madrid, all these teams after him. He could have went anywhere, mate. And he opted to stay at United and stay on the bench. He seems a bit more cautious. And another thing with him is his body language. He just sits on the touch line with his iPad, whatever. Just that bothers me a little bit. I like to see a bit more passion.
Can I ask you a question? Because I know we talk. So at the moment, we find everything at you at the moment. On the touchline, when you see his body language on what he does, he just sits there, legs crossed, arm folded, whatever. But then you see Michael Carrick in the next shot, biting his fingernails in every game, biting his fingernail. No passion, no desire.
Good enough either. I don't think Carrick. I know this is going to sound controversial. Carrick was a good player, but we were very fortunate to have Ronaldo and Rooney in front of him. Just get the ball and pass it to them.
Yeah.
Tevez, Ronaldo, Rooney. We had Giggs as well, Scholes as well. He was very fortunate to be in that team, and for him to be a coach, I don't think he's got the charisma to be a coach. He's not loud enough. I remember him under Van Gaal or Moyes. He was laughing after a game we lost. Smiling, smirking. I don't feel like he's what we need. We need someone experienced. We need an experienced coaching team there.
Yeah, and bringing back Darren Fletcher and stuff like that doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Yeah, friendship United. That's what it is. Friendship United. We're not going to win anything like that. We need to get the best coaches and the best managers. Pochettino's going to prove to be a world-class manager. He'll probably go on.
I've been crying out for him.
Yeah, they've got a good chance of the Champions League this year, actually.
They look good, mate.
Yeah,
they look good.
So let's look at it now, and obviously. Guys, let's look at the from Scotty, Fred, Greenwood, Bruno Fernandes, Martial. Was there any changes you guys would like to see in the game? So let's go, Mr. B.
Yeah, Van der Beek to bloody get a game.
I think he's going to be injured though, isn't he?
Well, listen, look, at the moment, whether he's injured or not, it makes no difference. He's not going to play. We've got the players to play with some freedom, and he still plays the two. So, I mean, McTominay came off. Was that a tactical substitution or was it
injury?
Right. So, I pray to God he doesn't play McTominay and Fred. I mean, he doesn't play Matic and Fred.
It wouldn't surprise me.
I mean, let's be serious. At the moment, we don't have Pogba. And Van der Beek might not be playing, so we've got three of the two. And if McTominay's not fully fit, he's not going to risk him to play him against Newcastle.
Yeah.
So we're done.
So okay,
Fred and Matic.
Let me go to on Monday then. Apologies for cutting you off. If Scots is injured, and Van der Beek is injured, would this now give Ole the license to take the shackles off on Monday and actually go and physically play football Old Trafford?
Play football?
Yeah, rather than this defensive two banks.
Where you got Matic and Fred.
No, but I'm saying basically Scott's not playing. Try to get another attacking player. Let Fred be the holding.
Youths them.
Yeah, bring Delali or something like that.
Someone through. Yeah, that's what I would do anyway. I think we've got to go out there and beat these teams. And I think, I don't know, well, Hannibal, I'm waiting for him to get the selection and come through. I would bring him straight through. From what I've seen on the eye, I think the guy's ready. He's a baller. But with what we got, obviously, it's not going to happen. But what we got, Matic and Fred probably, and it's going to, after Fred had a so-called decent game the other day, you know what I mean? He's going to think he's number 10 again and try and push forward and try and be balling, which he can't do. You know? Like he said, he's going to get swell-head now, chest swell up and thing. And he's going to be trying to ball it, which is what we don't want him doing, unfortunately. So, I think hopefully the bottom line is we need to start playing ball. If Newcastle sit up and try to defend against us, we need to break them down somehow. It's going to be hard to get beyond them, which we like. The other day, round social with Jad, they played high up. We were playing balls over the top, but there was lots of space in behind. I doubt we're going to get that tomorrow, on Sunday, sorry. So
we're not going to get down.
Break these teams down, which is why I'm talking about Hannibal and Diallo. These sort of players have got the ability to do that kind of thing. So obviously, they're not going to do that, but that's where I would go to.
Yeah.
We need some more creation and something different. These the opposition teams, they scout our players. They tell you what Greenwood does this or Rashford does this. We know what to look for. But if you bring in one of these youths, they might not have a record on him.
Yeah.
Might surprise a few people.
Going to Stratford Post now. We just spoke about obviously taking the shackles off. Do you think Ole would have learned from the game against obviously the West Brom of the setup? Because West Brom's going, Newcastle's going to set up very similar to West Brom.
Low block, yeah. I don't think he learned. He should have learned last season. The same problems over and over again. He doesn't learn. And what my man said there is absolutely right. You got players there like Amad Diallo, you got Medbury, Hannibal, Mengi, who's gone on loan, who I rate highly.
Another one.
Ethan Laird. These players are good enough. You just need to give them a chance. I mean, he's so quick to put Daniel James straight into the lineup. Diallo's played in Serie A. And he's and he won't play him. He goes, he's not ready. And this guy, you can tell from his cameo the other night. He's going to be a world beater, mate.
Yeah,
going to be a world beater. And he needs to play it now. He needs to stop messing around. And this whole notion that he plays youth is a myth. Who's he made apart from Greenwood? Greenwood is generational talent. He was going to come through.
Yeah, he was always going to come through. Yeah.
Who else?
No one.
He hasn't brought through anyone. He played on once or twice, 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there. Why not play some of the youth? Why not bring them on the bench instead of Mata, and players and Matic? Why not put a Diallo on the bench and Medbury on the bench? This whole issue of Alex Ferguson did the same. He did it. He just, he saw that we're good enough. You're good enough. You're good enough. It doesn't matter how old you are. Even if you're on the bench, Cristiano Ronaldo used to get 20-minute cameos when he was a youth. But this is the problem, we got the players in the youth and he needs to start trusting them a little bit more. And, if this whole, we got to keep it tight, just keep it 0-0, get one goal and then we'll be fine. It's not going to work, and then, we'll end up losing the game. I've got a feeling we're going to draw the game against Newcastle, but, I don't want to put a damper on things.
Yeah. Okay. So before we get to the Newcastle, guys, please like, subscribe, share, comment. Once we hit 500 subscribers, we'll be giving you a free shirt of your choice with your name and number on the back of it. All you got to do is subscribe to FTBSports. After this show tonight, we've got the Liverpool preview show coming up straight after the Everton Derby game. So, guys, let's look at the Newcastle team. And I'm just going to pick a couple of players out who I've always looked at as threat when it comes to Manchester United. Obviously, Shelvey. I know we're laughing, but if you watch us, not obviously the previous game where we beat them 4-1, but previous game before that, he literally dominated our midfield.
Listen, man, Shelvey, Well, we've got nothing to fear about the game tomorrow. Even if we score 2 goals, we win the game. We score 2 goals tomorrow to win the game, and Shelby's not a threat, man. I'm sorry, man. I don't expect to see anything from Shelby. Sorry.
Linton now, for me, Joe Linton, again, is a decent player, but let's talk to Stratford Post here. He's a decent player, but was that the wrong move for him to go to Newcastle? Because he's not a bad player, but it's the way Steve Bruce plays football. He plays it like a bit of Jose Mourinho, but a bit of a rip-off version of Mourinho.
Yeah, I don't rate Brucey as a manager. I don't think he's got the character to be a top-level manager, especially for a team like Newcastle. You know, they got some good players. In regards to Shelby, forget Shelby, Longstaff. You know, so we got a Longstaff we have to worry about as well. I mean, if you compare our centre midfield to theirs, you know, there's not much difference there. You know, it's not we're streets ahead of them. You know, Shelby's not that much worse than McTominay. In fact, Shelby's probably better going forward. You know, so yeah, you know, they always raise their game. Newcastle are notorious for it. They raise their game on TV. You know, when the game's on TV, they raise their game.
They raise it, yeah.
But yeah, they do raise their game, and they don't like playing in London, all that business and stuff.
Yeah.
Quick one. Let's go. I'm on. Mr. B, you're on your laptop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you hit that comment up from Adam, please?
Which one? The last one, yeah?
The first one where he says about surely Bruno Fernandes. And we're going to hit that to Stratford Paddock.
All right. Surely Bruno is in line for a new contract. I think he must earn, I think he's saying he instead of who. He must earn 50 grand a week less than Rashford.
Probably.
Stratford Paddock?
Post.
Sorry, I'm saying Paddock. Apologies. Jesus Christ. Sorry. Apologies. Apologies. Stratford Post.
In the house.
Yeah, apologies. Please come back next week. Please come back next week.
You must have said it 3 times. I'm thinking you said it once.
Apologies.
Oh, God.
Stratford Post. Apologies.
Oh yeah. What was the question?
The question is Bruno. Surely Bruno is in line for a new contract. Basically, he's saying that Rashford is on about 150k more than him.
Yeah. I think he deserves a new contract. Whether he'll sign it, that's another story. You know?
The reason I ask you that question is because there is rumours already going around that he won't sign a new contract.
I don't think he will. I mean, I know Bruno. I know his brother. So he's not happy, Bunny, mate. He's not happy in the camp, mate. His brother works at East Surrey Hospital as a nurse, and I used to work there, and he told me that he's not happy, mate. He's not. He needs to win trophies. He's 26, 27. He's coming to the peak of his career. He needs to win trophies. You know, we can't just keep top four, getting the champ. What's the point of getting top four if we're going to get knocked out first round? Just a waste of time. You know, especially if you win your first 3 games and you still don't qualify against a team who are 18th in the Turkish league.
So going back to Stratford Post again, this is my problem now with a lot of United fans. It's almost like I keep saying, we're buying into this new ethos about Man United finishing in top 4, just doing enough to finish in. It's just not going to buy it. They're not selling it to me because I'm not buying it.
Neither am I. I mean, we used to banter Arsenal over the top 4, didn't we? You know, so I mean, I don't want top 4. What top 4? What was that? You know, no one remembers.
No one remembers it.
No one remembers. We need to win trophies and all this. You know, I heard you say earlier on about the Glazers and lowering expectations. They're doing a good job with some of our fan base. I mean, they're happy to back the manager, back this. But we're Manchester United. If this was Bayern Munich, Juventus, Barcelona, what would they be doing? You know, we're an elite club. We need to win trophies. It's been 7 years we haven't won a major trophy. You know, this is no joke. And he's still talking about you need to give them time. You need to give the coaches time. How much time do we need? You know, we need to win games. We need to win trophies. You know, and every time we get a little bit of a chance to challenge, you know, we've learned. We had the most underwhelming title challenge of all time, by the way. So, you know, we're in it for 1 week.
Yeah. Adam Morrison saying, he's got jokes tonight. Jesus, Solo naming the... Well, I'm going to say this now. Listen, like what Stratford Post said, and I said it, is probably better than what we got in midfield at the moment. So, guys, let's look at Newcastle, some of Newcastle records. And it worries me because I honestly think I'm going to probably go on the fence. And when I give my prediction, it's going to be a weird prediction I'm giving compared to a lot of you guys tonight, because this game for me, this is Steve Bruce, and he will step up in the game on Sunday. Newcastle record, basically, what was it? 25 points. That's all they received this season on the board. They've literally scored. They score, I think, 1.04 goals per game. 1.0. Average percentages per game, 38% average a season per game. Possession per game. That is it. Okay, as a whole, per game is an average of 1.55 shots per game.
Similar to Sheffield United, though, isn't it?
Yeah. And again, let's go. I'm on there. Let's let you take this away. With a record like that, again, we're going to go back to the old Sheffield United, aren't we, really?
Well, yeah. Pre-game Sheffield United, we were talking about winning the game. There was no doubt about it. You understand what I'm saying? But it's like you say, it's how we enter the game. We've got to go in there firing from the start. Show them this is like we're playing Liverpool or something. If we go out there slack and give them an opportunity and give them a sniff and give them a bit of confidence, who knows what could happen? Because it's been proven time and time again with the games I mentioned earlier, how we can drop points so easily. And it's got to the stage now where we once, a few weeks ago, were in the title challenge. And now we got to worry about what's behind us. You know, there's a Merseyside derby, there's Leicester, there's all these teams who are just there in the mix. And suddenly we could just drop down again. We can't afford to do that. So it's all about going out there and I'm confident we're going to win the game, but it's about the attitude. We need an attitude adjustment when we are playing these lower teams, because they're probably having their little chat before the game and saying, yeah, we're going to do this. And they're confident. Remember, we beat 9-0 Southampton, and then we went on to have a poor result after that. We had a good result midweek or a couple of days ago, or was it yesterday? Hopefully,
yesterday.
Hopefully the players are turned on and get it right this time. This is a guarantee. It's got to be a guaranteed win. That's all I'm saying. It's got to be a guaranteed win. We can't afford to do it. We've got to go out there and beat them. The league doesn't lie. Let's go out there and take them apart.
100%. Let's go to Mr. B now. 25 goals. 25 goals Newcastle scored this season. It's an average of 1.04 goal per game. Goals against, there's conceded 40 goals this season, which is a 1.67 percentages, and it's a minus 15 goal difference compared to last season. And the last game they played, they lost 2-0 to Chelsea. So tomorrow, going into this game, it seems like Newcastle are there for the taking. But would you go in on Sunday, but would you go into Sunday's game like the players? And do you think the players will learn, as much as we talk about Ole, do you think the players will learn to think to themselves, don't take this game any lightly, even though with those stats? Because stats is just...
They need to expect to win. I'm sorry, as I said already, Newcastle, if... I know we've messed up. We've done the Sheffield United, we've done the Everton, we've done the Crystal Palace. I know, I understand that, but surely at some stage the penny has to drop on these players. If they go out there lethargically, we're going to lose. But as I said, it's all to do with how the team sets up. If he plays those two dead centre backs, and he's going to play two. I'm convinced. There's going to be two deader centre midfields playing tomorrow. We are going to be in big trouble. Fred's going to be trying to pass the ball quickly because that's the instruction he's going to do. And Matic doesn't pass the ball quickly. So Matic is going to be holding the ball and Fred's going to be giving the ball away. What chance do we have? I still think we're going to win, but we're gonna win. We're gonna win in spite of those players, not because they're gonna have no say in the game tomorrow. I'm convinced they're both gonna play a 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So now Stratford Post, in the last 6 meetings against Newcastle, the last game we won 4-1. Newcastle beat us 1-0. We then won 2-0. We won then 3-2. Newcastle beat us 1-0, and then we won 4-1. Again, like I said earlier, we was talking, and yes, we do believe we don't want our team to lose no matter what happened.
Yeah.
But even though we've taken sort of those wins away from Newcastle, they're still a threat, and it doesn't matter what anyone tells me because of the way the system they play. They're almost like it's like 5 at the back, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
It's almost like 5 at the... Go on,
they're
sorry.
going to play the low block, mate. They're going to play the low block, and this is what we have problems with, I think.
Yeah.
Through history, we've struggled against Newcastle. We struggled against Newcastle through history, especially recent history. I'll take it back to the comment about Fred. Troy Deeney's comments about Fred. It really resonated with me. If you close Fred down, he will lose the ball. He's not good on the ball. That's what Troy Deeney said. He just said they attack Fred. And our midfield, McTominay's not the best on the ball. I feel like McTominay's a box to box anyway, but McTominay's not the best on the ball. Matic just turns like a bus. He's too slow. Yeah, especially when you play Pogba and Matic, which he was doing. It's ridiculous. So yeah, I think it's going to be a tough game, tougher than we think. I think Brucey. He get his Brucey bonus hat. He's going to be getting a 1-1 or something like that. I think we'll win, but it won't be as easy as people think. I think it'll be 2-1 or 1-0 or something like that.
Yeah. So go to on Monday now. I always like to do my strength and my weakness stats as well. So strength wise, looking at Newcastle, the only strength they've got going into any game is they counter-attack is very good. Is like very likely. Goalkeeping, say for instance, dangerous from the wide position, dangerous from attacking position. All those they're weak. They're very, very weak, but they're very strong when it comes to blocks, defending in a block. Very strong. Man United now, looking at Man United is everything is likely. So we can counter-attack, we can defend. But when I look at these stats don't give me great hope because we're Manchester United. Why should we be very likely? We shouldn't be very likely. We should be everything all over solid. And this is what I mean about us as like fans buying into certain things. Because for me, if you look at, say, for instance, comparing us, don't want to, but comparing us against sort of like Man City, even Chelsea, everything is basically, it's not likely, it's basically good. Everything is good with them. And for us, it's likely.
Coach properly.
So for me, it's a dangerous game we're playing because I honestly believe this squad, like you said, Stratford Post, this squad is good enough. And I believe in this squad. I believe in it. And at the moment, we're not showing the true potential. Again, let's go to Stratford Post as the guest. Pogba get criticised a lot. I don't know what your thoughts on Pogba is, but I'm a Pogba guy. I like Pogba. I think right now, if he didn't get injured in that Everton game, we would have won that game.
I mean, I look at Pogba and I feel sorry for the guy, to be honest. I mean, Pogba's a world-class player. Needs to be in a world-class team. World champion, man of the match in the World Cup final. And I feel like the fans, certain sections of our fan base have been a bit harsh on Paul Pogba. You look at some of the players he's had to play with. Like, I feel sorry for the guy, honestly. He's he plays for France, he looks like a different player. When I see him playing for France, he looks like a different player. He's a world-class player. We're lucky to have him.
Yeah.
And it's just like the Bruno situation. The same thing. We keep attacking the wrong players, and McTominay and Daniel James and all these players get a bye. And Maguire.
Bullshit.
Yeah, and Maguire as well. by. I mean, he's played poorly for how long now? You know, I mean, it's not Pogba, it's Tuanzebe. You know, it's not, you know, one bad game, that's it. He's been out for months and he's expected to play like Paolo Maldini when he comes in.
True. And I rate him highly as well, Tuanzebe, very highly, very, very highly.
He's not running the team. He's not. Lindelof and Maguire can make mistake after mistake after mistake. They're picked.
And they still get played.
They still get played. Tuanzebe, I think our best centre-back partnership is Baye and Tuanzebe. You know, and, you know, he hasn't played them once.
Yeah.
And won't play them.
He won't play them either. Do you think, though, with it, Stratford Post, that it's a favouritism at Manchester United? It's not about the quality of player. It's a favouritism for the players.
Friendship United is friendship clubs. Friendship clubs. That's what it is. And that's going to be our downfall. That's going to be our downfall. There's too much favouritism going on. It's very, very, very hard to break into that side if you're a youth player.
Yeah.
You've got no chance. You know, when Daniel James is getting picked ahead of Van der Beek, you know, and players like that, and you've got McTominay getting picked ahead of a Dutch international who's played in the Champions League, run the midfield against Real Madrid. You know, imagine how you must feel. You know, there is a favouritism going on, and I think it's a bad culture we've got in our club at the moment. It's not good because you know, we're not going to win things like that. We need to be ruthless and fair at the same time.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Guys, before we're going to round up now and literally do our predicted score, Monday, anything at all you got there?
Yeah, what questions? Got a question from Charles Williams saying, evening, everyone. Good evening, Charles. Yeah, do you want to add a couple of points? I think Maguire is, I disagree. I think Maguire is a good quality player. I like, what's his name? Tuanzebe. Like my brother was saying the other day, if he had more games to show, he would prove he's decent, he's up there, he can do the job. But I do think Maguire shouldn't get as much stick. I thought he's played well this season. I actually disagree. I thought he's played decent this year. And he wins his headers, he's decent on the ball. It's just that the spotlight's on him, and with his slab head tag and all this stuff, it's easy for banter. So any little slight mistake he makes, it's just like, bam, they hit him hard, you know?
Yeah.
And I think he's got a lot of thick skin. He's been through a lot. Remember, there's an incident last summer and coming through that, England, little dodgy thing going on. And he's come through a lot. And I support him. I'm Team Maguire here. So as a defender, not just about feeling sorry for him, anything like that. As a defender, he's solid. And if all he needs to do is read the game a bit more and realise his weakness with maybe a bit of pace, drop off a bit more and get a bit more IQ, and it'd be just fine.
What, drop off more than we drop off already?
No.
He's going to be playing with the fans.
Read the game. He can see the whole game. Just read the game a bit more, so he doesn't get caught out. That sort of thing.
Mr. B, because I know this is your right up your street. This one is Maguire being unfairly.
Maguire deserves everything he gets.
Oh.
No, I'm here. I'm here. Maguire deserves everything he gets.
Yeah.
Listen, at the end of the day, we talk about Manchester United. We're a front page football team, and we don't have a front page. We're a front page brand. We don't have a front page football team. Maguire is not going to be the answer to the. Look, everybody's saying, no, we're finding a partner for Maguire. Why? Why do we need to find a partner for Maguire? Is Maguire much better than Lindelof as a defender? We don't know. Together we know they're pathetic, but Lindelof has never played with Baye. I'm sure he's never played with Baye.
He hasn't.
Why? Maguire plays every minute of every single game. How does that work? How I don't understand. He's injured, he's got a bad toe, he plays. You know, it doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah. Go on. Yeah.
Well,
for me,
I just don't think you could play Lindelof and Maguire together. That's it.
Yeah,
you
well,
play them together.
The thing is, Maguire's there. He cost 80 million. He's got to play. I said the other day, name 5 better defenders, centre back.
Stratford Post will do this for us now. Can you name 5 better centre back than Maguire?
In the Premier League. People think it's in there.
What, in the Premier League?
Yeah.
Better. Not debatable. Better.
Well, better.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, there's not many good defenders around these days. Goodness me. In the Premier League, I would say probably Neves, Man City, is better.
Agree.
Maguire. I would say, what's his name? What's the one who plays for Newcastle there? What's that one in the centre back?
Lascelles.
Yeah, I think he's better.
He's half decent, Mr. Lascelles. Half decent.
Come on, man.
I think he's better.
Come on, that's the
John Stones. John Stones.
I think Bailly and Tuanzebe are better.
John Stones.
I think Mengi's better.
Yeah.
See, you see what I mean?
Evans is better.
Who?
Evans, Johnny Evans.
Yeah. John Stones.
Oh, listen,
sorry,
you've got no chance.
No.
Oh,
there is. Could you hit me up?
I would name Stones, Laporte, Diaz, Virgil van Dijk.
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk.
Mings, Tyron Mings.
No, I don't think Mings.
yes, Tyrone Mings as well.
Bring it to the top.
We name that.
What's he done? He's played international football.
It's loads with name.
So I can name 4 dead certs,
But
and I'm not sure about Toby
I would say,
from Spurs.
I don't think we're defensively coached properly. All this zonal marking, it's not working.
Yeah.
Every time I see Maguire play for England, every time I see Maguire play for Leicester, he's played well. You know, he's never made.
All this turning bad.
It's just playing for Man United under these coaches.
Yeah.
We need a defensive coach. We need someone who knows what to do.
Yeah.
Comes back again. He's not good enough, I don't think.
Mr. B, would you mind hit those comments, please? The first one.
Yeah, this
highlighted.
is from Charles Williams. You think United fans should realise that your club paid 90 million and pay Pogba silly money each week for the World Cup Pogba?
Go on. We'll give it to you, Stratford Post.
So they bring Pogba into it.
Exactly. There you go. He's a Liverpool fan, by the way.
Scotland, McTominay.
Yeah. Liverpool fan.
Can't get in the central midfield of Scotland, and he gets in ours.
Yeah. It just shows, though, isn't it? And it's like the narrative of people who always is on Pogba's back.
Yeah. And that shows on the pitch. You know, when players on his back.
Again,
I think it's disgraceful the way he's been treated.
That's the kind of stick that Lukaku got while he left.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing is going to happen to Pogba. The amount of stick it's just unbelievable. He's one of the best players, but no one. He's an easy target for people. We know
because he goes and get his hair done.
Underlying reason why, I think we know, but it's just not. It's not Ron, man. He's a top player.
Yeah. And we'll miss him at Man United. We'll miss him when he leaves.
And all statistics. Look at his statistics. He's got the best assists, best win back ball, best covers the pitch more than anyone else. You know.
Yeah.
He's got the most goals from central midfield last season. Most assists. You know, you can't do much more, mate. You can't do much more. Just, scapegoating.
They talk about his haircut. You know
Too much,
That shows
what it is, though. That's because they don't understand him.
Yes.
A lot of our fan base, I've been to Old Trafford a number of times, and I feel like a lot of our fan base are very old school. They're very You know, I mean, I had to move. I used to have a season ticket in Stretford, and I had to move to the south stand because I couldn't stand the person I was sitting next to.
Oh, that bad.
Oh, God.
That bad.
Pogba this, Pogba that. It's just driving me mad.
It smells bad. There's an underlying thing about it I don't like.
Yeah, of course there is.
Yeah, it's horrible.
You see that on Twitter with a certain man on Twitter.
Exactly.
You see that,
Okay, guys. We will. Guys, sorry to interrupt. We're going to read out these last few bits because we're holding up another stream. So would you mind hitting these out for us, please, Mr. B?
Right, let's have a look. Are you putting it on screen? Do you want me to read the messages as they come in? He performed poorly. He's only playing well this season as he's got an agreement to leave for a certain price.
I'll hit them up on the screen. I've got another one.
But you got Pound Lang Pogba. This is the Liverpool supporter, isn't it?
He is, yep.
Scott didn't cost 90 million. Forget his hair and his dance move. I don't judge him on that.
The thing is, people do.
They do.
Let's see France against England. Let's see Pogba up against Henderson. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
It's good, it's true.
And his last one here. That's just you. Sorry. Another message here. That's just United's fan using excuses. There's no excuse, man. There's no excuse. He's a world-class player. We don't have world-class players around him, so he looks shit. Yeah. As for Maguire, where do you start? The reason he looked good for Leicester and not us. We know why. God, Charles, you're busy tonight, innit?
He's always on it. He's always on the case. He's always on the case. Was it? That's France, not United. So, guys, we're going to wrap up because we're holding up another show.
Score prediction.
Thank you, guys. Yeah,
Score prediction.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Thank you. So, let's start with our guests first, and let's go for Stratford Post. What's your prediction for this score on Sunday?
0-0.
Wow. Okay. On Monday?
You know what I'm going to say? 1-0. Get an early goal, and I want to see us manage the game and see it out. That's it.
Mr. B?
We're going to win by 2 goals.
Okay.
2-0 or 3-1, we're going to win by 2 goals.
Apparently, Stevie G didn't have world-class players around him, but no comment. I'm going to hit it up, and I'm going to say I'm going to go for a 3-1 United win. 3-1 United win. Well, guys, thank you very much for watching. All your comments and everything. Like, subscribe, share. 500 subscribers, win yourself a free shirt with your name and number on the back of it. And also, we would like to thank Stratford Post for coming on tonight. He'll be back on with us.
Thank you.
Thank you. He'll be back with us on Sunday to do the reaction show. Hopefully, it's good news for us, and we do win 3-1.
It will be.
Yeah. Let's hope. Guys, thanks for watching. Tune in to the Liverpool show, which is kicking off now, and we'll be back on Sunday. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good evening.
Cheers, guys. Bye.